future of humanity is being decided in the shadows. You do not realize that a hidden struggle is unfolding every single day, not on open battlefields, but inside closed rooms, in secret meetings, in decisions you are never allowed to know. And the shocking truth is that this struggle is the very one that decides the future of all humanity. You can see its traces in history, from ancient empires like Rome, where power was built on blood, sweat, and submission, to modern superpowers like the United States, Russia, or China, where power is no longer measured only by armies or nuclear stockpiles, but by the ability to control information, manipulate economies, and shape the beliefs of billions. And you must understand that behind what look like isolated events, a sudden energy crisis, a regional war, a global financial collapse, there are in fact carefully calculated moves in the same silent war. The war to decide who will own the future. You should ask yourself, why is vital information always locked away? Why are state secrets sealed for decades? Because the powers know that truth, once exposed, will awaken millions. And if people awaken, the order they built will collapse. So instead, they choose to bury truth, to construct official narratives, and you, if you are not watchful, will believe you see the whole picture, when in fact you are seeing only a fragment designed for you. Remember, during the Cold War, both America and the Soviet Union were not merely racing to build weapons, but racing to control minds. Every film, every broadcast, every textbook was a weapon of spirit, economic shocks. They all come hand in hand with a battle to control the narrative, because whoever controls the story controls how you react, how you think, and ultimately, how you live. You need to see that this hidden struggle is not just political or economic. It reaches into the deepest layer, the soul of humanity. Superpowers may fight over land, resources, or markets, but what they truly crave is the ability to define your beliefs, to make you obedient even while you think you are free. And here lies the greatest secret. When an empire wants to endure, it does not only build walls or armies, it builds a belief system, a story that makes people willing to sacrifice for it. Rome did this with mythology and law. Modern powers do it with media, political doctrine, and educational systems. And you, if unaware, will become another invisible cog in that machine. History always repeats itself, and you can see the same pattern everywhere. Every empire begins with a great ideal, then grows arrogant, then tries to impose its belief on others, and finally collapses from its own arrogance. And if humanity does not learn, we will walk the same spiral again and again, a spiral of secrets, manipulation, false promises, and blood and tears. You must understand that the hidden struggle deciding humanity's future is not some distant theory. It is happening in every economic decision, every international treaty, every headline you read each day. It happens when a corporation controls food supply, when a nation manipulates oil prices, when a new technology opens the door to total surveillance, and you, if not alert, will call it progress, when in truth it is a move on the board of power. And the shocking truth is that this struggle has no absolutely good side. Every power seeks control, every system seeks survival, and you are the greatest prize. The only question is, do you have the courage to see the truth? Do you dare to admit that freedom is never granted? It exists only when you awaken and refuse to remain a pawn in their game? This hidden struggle will not stop. It will continue with new forms, new tools, new promises, and if you do not rise to see it clearly, then the future, your children's future, will be decided by forces that never cared about you. This concealed truth may unsettle you, but it is the choice you cannot escape: to live in the comfort of shadows and stories carefully designed for you, or to step into the light and face the reality of the war now being fought for the soul and the destiny of all humanity.